Hello there, I'm Nadia Azmi and this is Nightline, news making the headlines. 3R issue, Muhyiddin Yassin reminded not to use SDs amid probe. And STR phase 3 payments to benefit 8.5 million recipients from Thursday. Good morning. Some 8.5 million Malaysians will receive cash aid of between 50 and 650 ringgit from August 29th under Phase 3 of the Rahmah Cash Aid STR initiative. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said payments on August 29th will be made to existing recipients, while payments to new recipients will begin on September 18th. In a statement, Anwar said the cash assistance will amount to up to 650 ringgit, depending on each recipient's eligibility category. Those whose names are not in the STR database are encouraged to make an application, while recipients who qualify will have the money credited into their bank account. Alternatively, they can also obtain the aid via cash disbursements in stages from Bank Simpanan Nasional. It was previously reported that the government allocated 10 billion ringgit for this year's STR, a 25% increase from the previous year's allocation, benefiting recipients that encompass nearly 60% of the country's adult population. On another note, the Prime Minister has reminded Tan Sri Muhyiddin Yassin to stop using the matter of statutory declarations or SDs as a tactic to divert attention from the ongoing police investigation against him. Anwar stressed that the Pagoh Member of Parliament should realise that his remarks made during the recent Negeri state by-election campaign contained elements that were insulting to the 16th Yang di-Pertuan Agong. According to Anwar, there was an overlap where several members of parliament signed 2 or 3 SDs, meaning Muhyiddin did not have enough support after the 15th general election. Therefore, the then Yang di-Pertuan Agong had to revisit and review the situation. According to His Majesty's view, after examining the situation, the King then convened a meeting of the Conference of Rulers to discuss the matter.
Masalah dia apa? Masalah dia kenyataan yang ditafsir sebagai menghina dan mempertikaikan kuasa raja. Itu dia. Jadi yang Tuan Agong tertakluk pada perlembagaan. Bila kedudukan tidak jelas. Tan Sri Muhyiddin kata ada 115. Anwar kata ada 112. Ada orang sign sekali, ada sign 2 kali, ada sign 3 kali. Ada parti beza pendapat. Jadi oleh itu tuanku terpaksa buka balik dan semak untuk meyakinkan diri dia.
Anwar was speaking to reporters after having lunch at Gertak Merah stall at Kampung Sungai Penchala on Friday. In the meantime, Anwar stressed that he will not interfere in the ongoing investigation against Muhyiddin over race, religion and royalty or 3R issues raised by the latter during the Negeri by-election.
Setakat ini kita ikut jalur terserah pada siasatan dan juga peguam negara. Saya tidak campur urusan.
The Prime Minister was speaking to reporters after launching the Ihsan Madani portal with the Domestic Trade and Cost of Living Ministry in Putrajaya on Friday. Muhyiddin's controversial statement was also raised during the 2024 UMNO General Assembly, which began on Friday. UMNO President Datuk Seri Ahmad Zahid Hamidi, in his keynote address, criticised the Perikatan Nasional chairman and reaffirmed that UMNO would continue to uphold the institution of the Malay rulers.
Walaupun ada yang meroyan dan berlaku kegila-talaan serta mempersoalkan kenapa beliau tidak dilantik semula menjadi Perdana Menteri, hingga paduka tuanku sanggup dipersenda. Ini mengundang murka pada istana.
In the same speech, Zahid emphasised the importance for UMNO to strengthen itself in order to regain dominance without disregarding cooperation with other parties. The UMNO president also urged members not to be swayed by slander and accusations from the opposition, which seeks to divide them.
Jangan terbuai dengan fitnah dan tohmah pihak lawan, sehingga kita menanam kesangsian sesama sendiri. Jangan leka dengan dengan sedikit kuasa yang ada hingga kita lupa akan tugas memperkuatkan parti.
With control over the national administration, Zahid also emphasized that UMNO would have the freedom to choose any party that supports the empowerment agenda for Islam and the Malays as political partners. He said this advantage could be leveraged to offer various public policies that ensure the well-being of the people and the prosperity of the nation. During the assembly, Zahid also stated that UMNO decided not to run independently in the upcoming general election.
Ahli UMNO saja tidak mampu memenangkan kita. Yang menjadi penentu adalah pengundi di luar sana yang tidak jadi ahli parti kita atau parti-parti rakan-rakan kita dalam BN ataupun Friends of BN dan tidak menjadi ahli mana-mana parti. Yang jelas ratusan mereka di luar sana lebih besar dan jumlahnya juga lebih ramai.
Speaking to the media outside the General Assembly, the Deputy Prime Minister elaborated further on the UMNO-BN cooperation with other parties in the government.
Kini kita menjadi salah satu komponen di dalam parti perpaduan lah ya, kerajaan perpaduan. Dan oleh sebab itu, untuk mengelakkan pertindihan kursi umpamanya atau mengelakkan jentera bertembung kerana pertindihan kursi, maka kita harus bekerjasama tetapi kita tetap menggunakan lambang Barisan Nasional.
During the assembly, a proposition was made to consider designating Jalan Tuanku Abdul Rahman as a special economic zone for Bumiputra culture, arts and heritage. Federal Territories UMNO spokesperson Datuk Tengku Azman Tengku Zainul Abidin said it was essential to include the Malay identity, especially culture and arts there, as it was the community's go-to spot for shopping, especially during Ramadan.
Identiti Melayu dalam bentuk kebudayaan dan kesenian seharusnya diwujudkan di situ kerana kawasan ini sememangnya tumpuan orang Melayu berbeli belah, apatah lagi di bulan Ramadan.
He expressed hope that Jalan Tuanku Abdul Rahman be rejuvenated with the stores of Malay traders upgraded in line with the implementation of Putra 35.
The highest trade value ever recorded for the January to July period. What are the primary drivers behind this historic achievement? And what does it mean for the future of Malaysia's economy and its effect on investor sentiment? Money Matters with Institute Masa Depan Malaysia Fellow Dr. Shankaran Nambia this Saturday at 5 p.m. on TV3 and stream on Tonton.
Investments from Amazon and other global tech giants are a recognition of the government's efforts to create an attractive, open and transparent investment environment. Prime Minister Datuk Seri Anwar Ibrahim said the latest announcement by Amazon Web Services or AWS to invest 29.2 billion ringgit in Malaysia reflects confidence towards national stability. In a video message, Anwar said AWS's investment was among the largest made by a global tech company in Malaysia. This follows a number of other recent investments announced since December 2023 by global tech leaders including Nvidia, Google, Microsoft, Infineon and many more. He said these investments recognize the achievements made by the Madani government to create and curate an attractive, open and transparent investment environment.
Over 3,500 Malaysian jobs will be directly created from these new data centers. These jobs, including construction, facility maintenance, engineering, telecommunications, and others within our broader economy, will be part of the high-value AWS supply chain.
Anwar said there were several new components to the AWS investment in Malaysia, including the construction of data centers. This will see Malaysia become one of Amazon's 34 trusted regions across its global infrastructure map. The Prime Minister stated that AWS has also signed a cloud framework agreement with the Malaysian government to boost cloud adoption within the public sector. 9 dead after plane crashes in Thai jungle. This and more from the foreign front when Nightline returns.
Bukan sahaja berat badan, tapi berat dengan gelak tawa yang tak tertahan. Pontianak 100 kg. Sabtu ini 10 malam di Cerai Karama TV3. Nanti dulu. Ada yang lagi berat. Filem paling berat abad ini, Pontianak 200 kg di Pawagam bermula 5 September.
Habis-habisan ke? Ini tengkuk aku ke tengkuk kau?
Bagai permata, rupa-rupanya kaca.
Apabila datang, ia boleh mengambil alih kesemuanya tubuh, minda dan hidup anda. Stres bukan sekadar tekanan perasaan tetapi boleh mengancam kesihatan secara keseluruhan. Kenalilah tanda-tanda stres sejak awal dan bincang mengenainya secara terbuka. Dapatkan sokongan moral dan emosi daripada orang di sekeliling anda serta bantuan profesional di saluran yang betul. Saksikan Hello Doktor Ahad 5.30 petang di TV3.
Minggu yang bertemakan retro atau Y2K.
Kau fikir kau siapa? Kau buat aku macam monyet.
Aku dah sakit kepala dah. Saya pun confused.
Dia macam jangan ni. Timing masalah.
Peserta yang mengelirukan.
Jangan buang masa. Tangis mani. Bagaimana Detective Conan? Awak rasa dia
menguji kebijaksanaan selebriti. Ahad ini 9 malam. Hanya di TV3.
On to the foreign front. Anger at outgoing President Joko Widodo and his supporters simmered in Indonesia on Friday, even after lawmakers cancelled a draft election bill that could have strengthened the president's influence after he leaves office in October. Protests continued on Friday, with thousands of people rallying at the National Elections Commission in Jakarta. This followed a day of demonstrations in which 301 people were detained, with tear gas and water cannon used to disperse angry crowds outside Parliament. The protests also sparked outrage on social media against Jokowi, as the proposed changes would have enabled his son to run in Central Java and blocked a key critic from running for Jakarta governor. Following the protests, lawmakers on late Thursday shelved its controversial plan to amend eligibility rules on candidates, citing absence of a quorum. Rescuers scoured the Thai jungle on Friday for 9 missing people after a turboprop plane crashed southeast of central capital Bangkok, though authorities expected no survivors. According to officials, the aircraft went down shortly after takeoff in the jungle of Chachoengsao province on Thursday, and all on board were believed to be dead. The charter flight carrying 2 pilots and 7 passengers on board crashed at around 3:18 p.m. local time while travelling from Bangkok's Suvarnabhumi airport to Trat province. The passengers comprised 4 Thais and 5 Chinese, including 2 children aged 12 and 13. Authorities said more than 300 military personnel and volunteers have been deployed in the search, and an investigation to identify the cause of the crash has been launched. It added several human body parts have been found at the site, as well as pieces of the aircraft, but heavy rainfall is hampering the search. Also in Thailand, landslides across Phuket due to heavy rain have killed at least 10 people, including 8 foreigners, and damaged more than 50 houses on Friday. Officials said 10 bodies have been found so far, including a Russian couple, 6 Myanmar workers and 2 Thais. About 50 homes were also damaged, including properties crushed by large rocks and trees, and about a dozen people were injured at the site. Phuket Vice Governor Sata Tongkam said a command centre and evacuation site had been established, adding that rescue teams were searching for other locations where people were believed to be trapped under the mud. Heavy rain, which began at 2 a.m. local time on Thursday, caused a landslide, damaging homes in a residential area of the island where hotels and rented apartments are located. In South Korea, 7 people were killed and 12 others injured in a fire at a hotel. The country's Interior Ministry on Friday said the blaze began on the 8th floor of the 9-story hotel in Bucheon, just west of the capital Seoul, at around 7:40 p.m. local time on Thursday, before being put out in about 2 hours. According to officials, those injured were sent to hospitals for treatment, including 3 in critical condition. It added among those killed were a couple who jumped out of the windows onto an air mattress installed in front of the building. The cause of the fire is currently under investigation by authorities. At least 27 people have been killed and 16 others were injured on Friday after a bus carrying dozens of Indian pilgrims crashed off a major road in Nepal. The bus from the Indian town of Gorakhpur was reportedly heading towards Kathmandu from the resort town of Pokhara when it drove off the road. It was believed to have veered off Prithvi Highway and rolled towards a fast-flowing river and fell about 150 meters from the highway. Officials confirmed that there were 43 people on board the bus and all of them were Indian nationals. Efforts are now ongoing to search for the others. Zulfi Izzuddin, the only Malaysians to advance to semi-finals. Action from the Japan Open after this breather.
Diving deep into the business world.
With expert insights and in-depth analysis.
The latest trends and developments shaping the country, region and the globe.
Key insights into finance.
On Money Matters.
Every Saturday at 5 p.m.
on TV3 and stream on Tonton.
Kurang bergerak memberi kesan kepada tulang belakang.
Semasa COVID, ramai orang sakit belakang sebab kita duduk di depan monitor TV berjam-jam.
Adakah pembedahan satu-satunya cara untuk merawat masalah slip disc?
Fasa pertama kita adalah rawatan konservatif, bukan pembedahan.
Selain fizio, I believe movement approach yang terbaik. Derita slip disc dalam Hello Doktor Ahad 5.30 petang di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Berapa lama Ami kenal dia?
6 bulan. Apa salah kau nak kahwin?
Over my dead body.
Aku terima nikahnya Siti Nur Emilia binti Siddiq.
Ami dari awal dah minta izin, minta restu dari you, tapi you tak setuju.
Ami datang sini nak minta restu ibu.
I tak akan merestui perkahwinan ini.
Mentua, mulai 24 Ogos, Khamis hingga Sabtu 9 malam. Terbaru di Lestari TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Sports now. Badminton, the 2024 Japan Open. National men's doubles shuttlers Goh Zulfi and Nur Izzuddin Rumsani were the sole representatives to reach the semi-finals after the duo edged out a top Indonesian pair, Fajar Alfian Rian Ardianto, on Friday. The world number 12 pair took 54 minutes to upset world number 6 Fajar Rian 21-16, 10-21, 21-16 in the quarterfinals. Zulfi Izzuddin will face another Indonesian pair, Leo Rolly Bagas Maulana, next for a place in the final. In the women's doubles, Paris Olympics semi-finalists Pearly Tan and Tina's impressive run came to an end. The world number 10 pair could not maintain their early momentum, ultimately falling China's Liu Shengshu, Tan Ning 21-17, 14-21, 10-21. The nation's challenge in the mixed doubles competition had also ended as Chen Tangji, Toh Yiwei and Tan Kian Meng Lai Peijing were eliminated in the quarterfinals. Tangji Yiwei fell 16-21, 18-21 to Jiang Zhenbang Wei Yaxin of China, while Kian Meng and Beijing succumbed to Hong Kong's Tan Chun Man Se Ying Sweat 21-18, 23-25, 9-21. Turning to the 2024 Sukma Sarawak, Selangor broke the hearts of Sarawak fans when they defeated the home team 2-0 to clinch the men's futsal gold medal on Friday. Selangor stunned the home team as early as in the first minute through Zulkifli Abu Hassan Zali before Syakwi Ahmad Puad fired a solid shot late in the match to give his team a 2-0 win, sealing the grip on the gold medal. It was the first time that Selangor have won the gold medal since futsal was introduced in the 2014 edition in Perlis. In other actions, the Sarawak men's recurve archery trio secured the gold medal for the team in the last day of action on Friday. The home team's trio of Isaac N, Ziting, Liu Yuji and Melvin Tieh Isuan Rui made a mockery of their short training period to defeat Pahang 5-1 in the final. In the athletics event, SEA Games champion Umar Osman dominated the men's 800 metres event, breaking one of the longest-standing records in the game's history. The 21-year-old clocked 1 minute 51.19 seconds, smashing the 32-year-old record previously held by G. Ampumani, who posted 1 minute 52.35 seconds in 1992. Meanwhile, SEA Games champion Li Yat-Shing made amends by winning her first Sukma gold medal on Friday. 16-year-old Yat-Shing, representing the Federal Territories, made no mistakes, clinching the 3-metre springboard title with 231.20 points. In squash, Harlin Tan and V. Hanisha teamed up to end Negeri Sembilan's 14-year wait for a gold medal in the event. Despite losing the first two matches in the mixed team final against Sarawak, Negeri came back to level the tie at 2-2. And in the decisive women's doubles match, debutants Harleen and Hanisha did not disappoint their team, defeating Sarawak's duo 11-6, 11-8 to secure the gold medal. Rescue underway for trapped woman swallowed by sinkhole. The details when we come back.
Kurang bergerak memberi kesan kepada tulang belakang.
Semasa COVID, ramai orang sakit belakang sebab kita duduk di depan monitor TV berjam-jam.
Adakah pembedahan satu-satunya cara untuk merawat masalah slip disc?
Fasa pertama kita adalah rawatan konservatif, bukan pembedahan.
Selain fizio, I believe movement approach yang terbaik. Derita slip disc dalam Hello Doktor Ahad 5.30 petang di TV3 dan stream juga melalui Tonton.
Mira nak kongsikan sedikit panduan keselamatan anak ketika di luar rumah. Pastikan keadaan sekeliling, pantau pergerakan anak dan jangan biarkan mereka berkeliaran jauh daripada anda. Elakkan pemakaian barang kemas yang berlebihan. Yang terakhir, boleh bawa whistle bersama. Jerit sekuat hati atau tiup whistle untuk menarik perhatian orang sekeliling sekiranya diganggu atau merasa terancam. Dapatkan pelbagai informasi bermanfaat bersama Nona setiap Ahad jam 2 petang di TV3.
Berapa lama Ami kenal dia?
6 bulan. Apa salah kau dia nak kahwin?
Over my dead body.
Aku terima nikahannya Siti Nur Emilia binti Sidik.
Ami dari awal dah minta izin, minta restu dari you. Tapi you tak setuju.
Ami datang sini nak minta restu ibu.
I tak akan merestui perkahwinan ini.
Mentua, mulai 24 Ogos, Khamis hingga Sabtu 9 malam. Terbaru di Lestari TV3 dan stream sekarang melalui Tonton.
Nightline continues. The Kuala Lumpur City Council, GBKL, will continue to assist in the search and rescue SAR operation for the missing Indian national woman who fell into a sinkhole at Masjid India on Friday morning. Kuala Lumpur City Mayor Datuk Seri Maimunah Muhammad Sharif said this includes the use of machinery and DBKL personnel to locate the victim.
Kami sebagai satu kumpulan pihak polis, pihak bomba dan pihak pentadbiran awam akan bekerja keras untuk mendapatkan mencari wanita yang telah jatuh ini, dan kami harap semua agak bersabar sebab kita bertungkus lumus daripada awal kita menerima berita ini dan segera ke tapak dan membuat persiapan dan terus membuat korekkan.
Maimunah added that DBKL has reviewed the layout of the affected area and found that there is a sewage pipe located 1.5 meters deep at the site. It is understood that rescuers are attempting to search for the victim within the sewage space of the incident's location. Maimunah also said that the city's council will provide financial aid for the victim's family. The incident reportedly occurred at around 8 a.m. when the 48-year-old victim was walking with her family before the ground collapsed beneath her feet. Heavy rain in Langkawi, Kedah caused a water column to form at the island's popular Telaga Tujuh waterfall, leaving multiple vehicles damaged in its wake.
Amira apa ni? Ayak bawah ni.
The strong currents swept through the Langkawi cable cars parking area at about 12:50 p.m, with the water level reaching 0.5 meters and damaging several cars parked there. One vehicle was dragged away by the strong currents into a river, with a recording of the incident going viral on social media. Langkawi Police Chief ACP Shariman Ashari said there had been continuous heavy rain since Friday morning. 8 retail stalls located at the parking area belonging to the cable car operator were also affected. Several vehicles were also damaged in the incident. However, Langkawi Civil Defence Force Officer Khairul Afzan Yassin said the situation in the area has resumed to normal after the rain stopped at about 2:40 p.m. In Perak, 7 men suspected of causing disturbances and provoking incidents at a Malaysian Super League match were charged with 2 charges at the Ipoh Magistrates Court on Friday. The suspects, aged between 20 and 32, are believed to have caused disturbances during the match between Perak FC and Johor Darul Takzim JDT last Saturday. The charges were made against Muhammad Ikhwan Muizzuddin Vira, Muhammad Danish Haikal Mat Hanapi, Muhammad Shawal Aiman, Muhammad Khairul Aizam Muhammad Rizad, Muhammad Zul Hisham Ramdan, Muhammad Sufyan Zamri and Muhammad Hasif Mat Rahim. On the first charge, they were charged with insulting behaviour by uttering abusive words to JDT football supporters at the Indira Mulia Stadium Sports Complex at 10:45 p.m. on August 17th. Muhammad Zul Hisham, Muhammad Sufyan and Muhammad Hasif pleaded guilty to the charge and were fined 100 ringgit each in default a day in prison. The 4 others pleaded not guilty to the charge and were allowed bail of 500 ringgit each. All of the accused pleaded not guilty to the second charge, which was obstructing a public servant from discharging his public functions at the same place, time and date. Upon conviction, the accused could face imprisonment for up to 2 years or a maximum fine of 10,000 ringgit each or both. The court allowed bail of 1,500 ringgit each and set October 10th for case mention. Abilities at the ongoing 2024 World Robot Conference in Beijing. The robots made stunning performances across a range of scenarios, from cooking to playing musical instruments. With that, I'm Nadia Azmi. Thank you for tuning in and have a great weekend.